What's up everybody, Superdorks fan here, and the nice guys at Vantrue just sent me their new dash cam. If you remember, I just reviewed the R1 Pro about a couple months ago, and they're hard at work here. Obviously, they already got a new version out, and they sent it over for me to review. So, you know, this one has a few improvements to it, and so it's got better image quality. It's obviously a new design, a better menu, and several other improvements to things like the motion detection and whatnot. So anyway, let's just take it out of the box here and see how it looks. So we first got a thank you card in here, got the user manual here to the R2, and we have the actual unit here itself. See if I can open this with one hand. And alright, so very nice little unit here. And you can see the micro SD card slot here on the right hand side, and on the left we have a reset button, got a power button. It looks a lot more like a traditional camera this time around, and nice big screen. And one really cool thing about this one now is that the suction cup mount actually has the USB power cord enabled into that, so you can actually plug it in, and it's easier to hide the wires if you can, you know, plug it in to the actual suction cup mount instead of plugging it into the camera. So here you can see what I'm talking about. So it has a plug here on the suction cup, and then you just connect that to the top part here, and then you're good to go on that. So we're able to hide the wires a little bit better. And then we have the USB cable here for connecting to the computer. We have the power cable here to plug it into your cigarette lighter. And then we also have what appears to be an HDMI cord, so we can review the footage onto TV or anything like that. Alright, so I'm here in the garage, sitting in the passenger seat, and this is how I've installed the dash cam. So it's a really clean install. I have it, you know, right behind the mirror here, so it doesn't really get in my way too much. And the cords are all nicely hidden, and I'll show you how I did that in a second. But as you can see, you know, as soon as you turn on the power here, and I have it just plugged into the cigarette lighter here, it'll automatically start recording. And one of the really nice things with this new one now is that the menu is much improved. So we'll turn this off. And then go into the menu, there we go. And then you have all kinds of, you know, setup here, and it's just these up and down arrows here on the left side to help navigate, and you just hit the OK button here on the right to go through everything. But you can set up, you know, the resolution, everything. I have it set up for 1080p because that's, I mean, you can have it set up for even higher, but I just have the high dynamic range 1080p, which gives you some better filming, you know, in difficult situations and things like that. And you can custom tailor everything exactly how you want it, but it's a very easy menu to navigate, much improved over the previous version as well, which is really nice. And you can see you have the GPS set up there if you want to go ahead and do the GPS. I'm not sure if this one has GPS built into it. I know the previous version didn't. You had to buy a separate thing. And I imagine it's the same with this. But, you know, I don't think you really need the GPS. It's fine just to I have the timestamp on there whenever it's recording for me. But anyway, it's nicely set up. And so one of the improvements they did here with the new R2 is that the charger plug is right there built into the suction cup. So with my old one, it had to come down over here and plug in, and so you had to have this cord loop around. It didn't look very clean. I mean, it worked, but this is clearly, I mean, it's so much nicer now that it's hidden. And then I just have it up and over, and then I just pushed it into the headliner here. You can see it's not perfect, you know, it'll come out every once in a while, little by little, but I just have it all the way down, and then I have it come out right here, go into the side. I pulled back this trim piece in order to squeeze the cable through there, and then I routed it through the glove box. And there's a nice little thing here in the 2015 Mustangs for your owner's manual up in there, so I just hit it up in there so it's even out of the way from the glove box. And then I just have it draped down here so that it runs fairly discreetly along to the side over here. So, and one other nice thing is before this would totally just be a normal plug on the R1 Pro, it was just a regular plug. Now though, you don't lose it, you actually have an additional USB slot there. Obviously the Mustang comes with one on that side, but you now have another one here, so you don't really lose any charging capability from here either. So that's a really ingenious thing as well, and I think it's a huge improvement there. And so yeah, I'll just take it out on the road and show you how the video compares to the old one and how it does in the day and the night. All right, so here we are out on the road with the sun shining right in the camera, and as you can see, it does a pretty good job. I mean, it's, you know, a challenging circumstance, but it does a pretty good job. If you zoom in on the video, you can read out the license plate whenever it was close there. But I mean, overall, it still looks really good. One thing that I've noticed with the video quality on this new one is it's so much sharper and clearer than the old one. This is the old one for comparison, and you can see how things. I mean, this is, you know, a little bit more challenging with the old footage with the sun a little bit lower, but still much blurrier. I think it's not bad, but I think that the new is much clearer. And I mean, here you can see now with the sunset, really sharp video. I think this is actually better than GoPros or right up there with it. I mean, really impressive video quality, and you know, you can really make everything out very clearly, especially the road lines. That's the one thing that stands out to me. The road lines are so much sharper and well defined over the old footage, and here we have some old footage. Again, slightly different lighting circumstances, but you can see just, you know, the amount of blur is a little bit more there on the old footage, just so much sharper there on the left. And now we're here at night, which is also improved over the old, you know, R1 Pro. Very sharp and clear, even, you know, with lighting and street lights and things like that. And you can see as I pass this car on my right, you can make out his license plate very easily there. And so very impressive. You know, it's just so sharp here at night. And, you know, the road lines, again, look at the road lines on this. And then look at, this is the old camera, the R1 Pro, and look at how, you know, I mean, the windshield might be a little bit dirtier here on the older footage, but look at the road lines on that compared with what you're seeing on the left with the new one. Just so much sharper, and just goes to show just how much clearer this new camera is. So really impressed with the video quality here on the R2. It's really great. And so yeah, I'm really happy with it overall. I think it's a very good improvement over the R1 Pro. The only other complaint I have is that it's still hard to get the micro SD card out of the camera there. It's very, you got to have your fingernail in there and really get it and try a few times for it to pop out. But otherwise, I'm really happy with everything about it. All the features are really great and stuff. So anyway, yeah, like I said, you can you know, let me know in the comments below what you think about this versus the R1 Pro. And if you're interested in having my old R1 Pro that's only 2 months old, follow me on Twitter. I will be doing a giveaway only for my Twitter followers, at SuperDuperWorksFan on Twitter, and follow me on there. And in the next few days here, I will be giving away my R1 Pro. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.